Hey there, my name's Tom. Thanks for checking out my channel. Doing a little video today, a review on the Fender Squier Mini guitar. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click the like button on the video, and I just appreciate it. It helps me put the content out there for you. So primarily I wanted to make this video for parents who are considering buying a first instrument for their child. And you might not really be familiar with guitars, you might not be a player yourself, and you want to give your child that first instrument to kind of inspire them to begin learning to play. So I wanted to talk about this one in particular, which I had purchased for my son a number of years back. He didn't really take to the guitar, for whatever reason, but I'm going to be getting rid of it, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity before I do so to kind of give some opinions on it, all right? Now, first of all, I want to say why I did not choose the most common thing, which is probably a steel string acoustic guitar as a first instrument. I'm sure people do that thinking that it's just a very simple entry point and very common, right? But the thing is, that's probably one of the most uncomfortable instruments to play, even as an experienced player. The steel string acoustic probably is the most unforgiving on your fingers, and it takes quite a bit of time to develop the calluses on your fingers to where you can play it just without it being totally annoying. So the thing is, if you get that as a first introduction to the instrument, likelihood is it's not going to be a very fun experience, and whoever you're trying to get encouraged to be inspired to play is just going to become very irritated. They're not going to feel like practicing, and therefore it's going to be a big waste, you know what I mean? So they have these electric guitars that are scaled smaller for a child. So in this case, this is a Fender Squier Mini. There's some other products out there. Oh, by the way, I'm not getting paid for this video, so don't think that I'm just trying to make a buck for Fender or Squier. It's just to try to help someone else who might be in a decision-making position, and just trying to offer a little help here. So what's different about this is it's scaled smaller. So I have here the Squier Mini, and just as a reference, I don't know how good it's going to come up on this video, but here we have a standard size Stratocaster, okay? So if you look, there's a pretty significant difference in the total length, the weight of the guitar. There's fewer frets on this one. This one has 20 frets. This one has 22, and of course they have others that have 24 frets on them. So it just causes it to be shorter, okay? For a small child who doesn't have large hands, that smaller scale makes it a little bit easier for them to fit their hands around the neck. Because it's not a steel string acoustic, it's much easier on the hand, right? So when they're putting their fingers on these frets and sliding around and trying to find their notes, it's a much more pleasant experience for that new player. We'll talk about some of the features of the guitar in terms of how it sounds. You will need an amplifier, which is a totally different topic, but they can be got, you don't have to break the bank to get a beginner level amplifier for a new student to practice on. A few of the things that I like about it, in addition to the shorter scale, is the bridge is a fixed bridge, okay? So it doesn't have the whammy bar that's associated with a lot of the other electric guitars, particularly the one this is modeled after, the Stratocaster, comes with a bar. But for the new player, that causes a lot of tuning issues, right? Because every time you hit that bar, if it's not a real good trim system, what happens is the strings constantly come out of tune. So that can be another irritating thing, right? Every time you're playing around with this thing, the guitar comes completely out of tune. As a new player, you might not know how to tune. It's very frustrating, right? So I like the fact for a beginner that it has a fixed bridge as opposed to the whammy bar. This is a very playable instrument. You can actually get really good sounds out of this thing and play real music on it. The Stratocaster is an iconic guitar, right? So there's all kinds of players from all different styles of music that use this style of instrument to produce their music. So whatever style of music that someone might be wanting to get into or gravitate towards as they become better, it's pretty versatile. So it can take them in a lot of different directions, okay? And once they decide that they like the instrument, they're into it, they're growing, they can always upgrade to like a regular Stratocaster. And there's all different price ranges and models and stuff. So it gives them a good platform to start on that they'll be comfortable with to play. And as they outgrow it, they can move into a product that's very similar to this setup. Of course, you know, designed for a larger person. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you some tones with this thing. And the other thing I didn't mention was price point. Okay, so one of the big things as a parent, you want to get into any new thing with your child is you want to encourage them, but you're not sure if they're really going to stick with it. Is this going to be their thing? So this is not a very expensive instrument to start off with. As of March 2020, brand new, these can be purchased at a big box guitar store for like 180 bucks. Okay, they can be found on the used market for $80 to $100 very easily. They're out all over the place. If you're not familiar with the guitar and not a player yourself, I might discourage you from going on the used market because there's all kinds of, you can get a real good deal or you can get a total piece of crap, just depending on how it's been taken care of. So if you know what to look for, then fantastic. There's great deals to be had out there. I personally like to buy used gear, but like I said, if you really don't know what you're looking for, you might just end up buying a total piece of junk which isn't playable. But at a brand new 180 bucks, it's not too bad in terms of a decent playing instrument, okay? So I strongly recommend this style of guitar for a new player. If I'm a parent and I'm buying an instrument, first time guitar player, I would definitely nudge someone in the direction of making this purchase. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug this thing in and I'll show you what it sounds like. Okay, so real quick, just the control features of the guitar. So we have 3 single coil pickups. This is the neck position, middle, and bridge. These are all controlled by this 5-way selector switch. So when the switch is all the way in the up position, we're only hearing this pickup here. That's kind of like the iconic Strat sound is this clean bridge pickup. When we go to this second position, we're having both the neck and the middle position. This is useful for removing 60 cycle hum. So sometimes you'll get some feedback through the single coil when you have the volume cranked up. So this is a good position to remove that background noise that's kind of irritating. The middle position, we're only on this middle position here. Fourth position, we're combining the middle and the bridge position, and once again that position will kind of remove that background noise if you're hearing any. And then the final one is this all the way down and you're only hearing this bridge pickup position. There's 2 control knobs. This top one is for volume, the bottom one is for tone. On a standard Strat wiring, there's an additional knob which is for the tone on the bridge pickup, and the bottom one will control the tone on the middle one will control the tone on the neck pickup, and the bottom one would control the tone on the bridge pickup. With this one, there's only 2, but I find like it's really not a big deal. So this one tone knob will control all of the treble and bass on all the pickups, and same with the volume knob. So that's kind of like how it's wired. So I just have it on a clean channel. I'll play some really basic chords in each of the positions so you can kind of get an idea of what the sound is like. So now we have a second position. Now we have the middle position. Now we have the fourth position. This is combining the middle and the bridge. And then finally just the bridge. just going to add just a little bit of delay to it, a little bit of reverb. Same thing. Now we're combining the middle and the bridge position. Middle position only. Neck and middle. And just the neck. Okay, so now I've just added a little bit of gain, and I'm going to go through the same thing. I'm going to play the same riff and just show you all the different sounds you can get from the different pickups. Okay, so. Second position, so now we're going to combine the neck in the middle. Middle position. Middle and bridge combined. And bridge. So now, same thing, gain, but just gonna play some more chords and stuff. Alright, so that was the neck position. Let's go to this middle, I'm sorry, the second position, neck and middle. Now let's go to the middle position only. now with a little bit more gain and delay, so kind of like a lead tone. I'm gonna go through all the positions, starting on the bridge. All right, let's go to the bridge, the neck in the middle. Middle position. Middle and bridge. And bridge. All right, staying in this kind of high gain, I'll just play some like real simple power chord stuff, starting in the neck position. And neck and middle. All right, I want to do just one more thing on the clean channel with a little bit of reverb, some arpeggiated clean tones. Now this neck is a little bit crammed up for me, so if I fret a note wrong, don't kill me. But just to give you an idea, once again, I'm just trying to give you an idea of some of the different stuff you can get out of this little thing. That was the neck position. Now let's go to the combination of the neck in the middle. Middle. Feeling that small neck. And now the bridge. All right, so thanks for checking this out. Just to reiterate what I was saying in the beginning, I think this Fender Squier Mini is a great first choice for a new guitar player, especially a younger new guitar player with smaller hands who doesn't want to have their fingers being hurt by the traditional steel string acoustic. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Thanks a lot.